Welcome back to IELTS Face-Off. It's my favourite time of the week where I get to chill with my fellow Aussie women right
Excellent,
here.
Yes,
Lily
good to be here, thank you.
The topic for this week is writing, right?
Yes, before they get to ask us, we're going to ask them.
Okay, so bring on the question. Must contain the writer's final answer to the question in the respective task. True or false?
Does anybody want to attempt this question?
Well, I think it is false because there are no official regulation that requires you to put your position in the introduction. However, personally, I think you should do it because in some occasions you may be asked 3 or maybe more questions in one essay.
All right, Lily, what do you think?
So when we're looking at writing task 2 in the IELTS exam, it's really important that our introduction includes this really key sentence or pair of sentences, if it's a more complex question, that does state in summary terms our position on the question we're being asked to write about. So yes, you need to state your position, include a thesis statement in the introduction, and when you wrap up your essay with a conclusion, you need to paraphrase that content and it needs to appear in your conclusion as well.
Now it's time for questions from the audience. What do you guys got for us?
My question is, how many paragraphs should we have in the writing task 2?
Okay, so when it comes to the number of paragraphs, again, people have unique writing styles, but it would be unusual to have less than 4 paragraphs in your IELTS Part 2 essay. The first paragraph is going to be an introduction, so a bit of background information and that important thesis statement stating your position on the question. And make sure that you're not cannibalizing the question, you've got to paraphrase there. And then you'd need at least sort of generally 2 body paragraphs. So in a problems and solutions essay, one way you could structure that is body paragraph 1, my problems, body paragraph 2, my solutions. Or an agree, disagree essay, body paragraph 1, all the reasons why I agree, body paragraph 2, all the reasons to disagree with it. And then you've got to bring your essay home with a conclusion.
That's like playing Tetris. You've got to, you know, put all the pieces together.
Yeah, so it takes practice and you need to be familiar with all the different question types.
Okay, thank you for that question, Lily. So how much complex vocabulary should you use in writing task 2?
To get the really high scores in IELTS writing task 2, again, you need to be able to use language flexibly. So that means it needs to be an appropriate use of complex language for the context that you're writing in. It means that you really need to prepare for the IELTS exam. You need to be reading regularly on a lot of different topics, so read high quality English language newspapers. And when it comes to the exam itself, you need to make sure you understand the question, but don't just try and show off. It's got to be natural, flexible use to get those higher scores. If you're just bombing your essay with all this language because you think it's what the examiner wants to hear, that could backfire on you.
Speaking of backfiring, lots of IELTS exam takers are actually uni students, done a lot of essays. How does IELTS writing differ from essay writing?
Things that we're looking at with IELTS writing, for a start, we're not going to know the topics, so there can be a lot more diversity. When I'm at uni, I know the topic's at least going to relate to my major, whereas in the IELTS exam, it's sort of all general knowledge in the world. So I think it's quite intimidating preparing, and that's why I'm such a mad advocate of reading, because reading is just a way to see great grammar and vocab in action. You're just stealing 2 or 3 nice chunks of language. That's going to be a great way to build your vocab on a range of topics.
Thanks a lot, Lily, for all of your tips.
My pleasure.
Yeah.